Hi guys, welcome to Rav's Retreat, my little home of wood turning. We've been searching through the wood stocks again, trying to sort it out, trying to make a little bit more room. Not sure if we will or not, but I'm at least giving it a go. And I thought, while I was looking through it, I might as well show you guys some of the wood which I've got in there, some of the more interesting pieces. This is not the only wood I've got. These are just some pieces that I've cherry picked out which might be of interest, you know. Expensive woods. There might be woods that you guys in the US might not have heard of before or not used. So that's what I've been trying to do. So let's get started. This first wood, we'll start at the right hand side and work left. This first wood is called Indian Laurel. Now, when you're turning this wood, it's as though you're turning dirt. This wood is one of the most dustiest woods I've ever turned. Go out into your back garden on a sunny day, grab some topsoil and crush it up, you know, in your hand, and that's what the dust from this stuff looks like. The wood itself isn't nothing special to write home about. It's brown in colour. Basically it looks like you've made a pot out of mud. That's the best way I can describe it. I bought it because I'd never turned it before, but if I saw some more, I wouldn't buy it. You know, I'm glad I've turned it because at least I can say I've turned Indian Laurel, but it's not a wood I would go out of my way to buy. Right, we'll move on. Got another piece of eucalyptus burr. I did buy quite a lot of this. They were having a sale on one day when I went to my local wood supplier, Turner's Retreat, near Doncaster in the UK. Fantastic company, very helpful staff, very knowledgeable staff, a good range, selection of tools and woods, brilliant place. And the place is in an industrial unit, so there's plenty of space to wander around in, you know, you're not sort of crushed in there. So a really nice place, and air conditioned as well, which is nice in the summer. It's lovely and cool. But anyway, yeah, you can see this wood, look at that, fantastic, absolutely stunning. Now I did used to only use this wood for pen making, but I did get quite a lot of it at some really cheap prices. I mean, this is £7.95, which for a piece of eucalyptus burr that size is actually quite cheap. But I didn't pay that price. I actually paid half that price. It was on special offer, so the price I actually paid was ridiculous. It felt like I was robbing them. But there you go, I bought a load of it. The place that I go to, Turner's Retreat, it's roughly about 25 mile away from where I live. And unfortunately I can't drive, so I have to rely on other people taking me there. So consequently I only go there 3 or 4 times a year. So when I do go, I usually have, you know, anything from £500–600 up to £1,000 in my pocket. So I do buy a lot of wood at one time. But now what I've tried to do is, rather than go for quantity, I go for quality. I've reached that stage where I've got loads of wood, so now I just go for quality. But as you can see, it's absolutely stunning timber. You can't really tell much through the wax, but it really is. Here we have another Cocobolo spindle blank. You know, if you turn Cocobolo, you'll know what I'm on about. Fantastic wood. It makes me itch like crazy afterwards, but it's worth it. I put up with it. Next one, alder. This is a very lightweight wood, and if your tools aren't surgically sharp, I mean super duper sharp, this wood tears out terribly. It really does. But the funny thing is, you can't see the tear out very well until you apply a finish. You know, the wood will look, or you'll sand it and it'll look okay, and then you put a finish on and you can see the tear out. Then it's weird. You know, this wood hates scrapers. You know, your tools have got to be surgically sharp. Right, next up we have now this is a wood that's been in my shed for at least 9 years. This is spindle blank of Magure. Magure, I call it Magure. M-G-U-R-E. Very heavy, very dense wood. When you turn an item from this and finish it, it almost feels like it's been made from a ceramic. It's that hard. But it's a nice timber, nice to work with, easy to turn. Alright, we'll put them back so it gives us a little bit more room. Next up, what you guys in the States might call zebra wood. We tend to call it zebrano. I think it does have actually several names, but you know, a picture's worth 1,000 stories, 1,000 words. I mean, just look at that. Stunning. Really does. It's fantastic wood. A little bit splintery. Not the most close grained of woods. But you do have to be careful with splinters. This wood will fill your hands full of splinters in no time. It's you do have to be really careful, but it's worth it. I mean, just look at that. Stunning wood, and not super expensive. I mean, that's an 8-inch by 8-inch by 2-inch piece of wood, an exotic, stunning, you know, in your face piece of wood like that, and it's cost £10, just over £10. I don't think that's too bad for how it looks, you know. Fantastic. I'd rather have a piece of this than a piece of Imbaya, let's say. You know, if you're wanting to blow somebody's socks off, if you're really wanting to impress them, this is one of the woods to do it with. Whereas Imbaya's just, you know, but yet it's just as expensive. Right, next up, what we got here? Oh, this is a wood you guys in the States will be very familiar with, maple. It doesn't say what kind of maple it is, I'm not sure, but it's a wood I don't turn a great deal of. Probably because we've got other woods that look very similar to it. Beech, sycamore, you know. So, I mean, in the States, this is one of your staple woods, isn't it? Maple. But over here, I mean, this, again, this is an 8-inch by 8-inch by 3-inch piece, and it's nearly £14. Look, £13.75. That's going to be the sharp end of probably $20. Now, you guys in the States wouldn't pay nowhere near $20 for a piece of wood this size. I know that for a fact, which is why I would rather buy something like sycamore. It's a very similar timber, but cheaper. Right, next up, we have another piece of, yep, eucalyptus burr. Absolutely stunning. Just fantastic. Just look at that. You don't really have to say anything about it. You just have to show people it. Look at it. But unfortunately, it's absolutely wet through. I sawed some pen blanks from a piece a couple of years ago and left them to dry, and they just literally folded up on themselves. They just went like that. It was crazy. They were all over the place. Really, it needs the wax scraping off and just leaving on the on one side, you know, the end grain. If the really is end grain, it's burr timber, isn't it? So that's going to be pretty hard to find. Right, I'll call that it for this video. I've been waffling on again, and the next video will deal with that lot there. Thanks for watching, guys. I do appreciate it. I enjoy making the videos, and I hope you enjoy watching them. If you've any questions about timber or anything like that you've seen on my videos, don't be afraid to you know, ask in the comments. No problem at all. Right, guys, I'll catch you on the next video. Take care now. Bye bye.